Hey everybody, I'm Saber H from Killjoy Videos. Welcome to another episode of the G.Gurus podcast. And well, we haven't really done one for a while, and we really apologize about that. But we're here. We don't have our usual members, but we do have three of the main members here. We have Grant from Awesome High Games.
Hello, peoples.
We have Jordan, also known as Grave Kid.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
We have a member who went and bought apples and never returned, and now he's back.
I'm back.
It's Jimmy from what? Sorry, Jimmy, you're a Nintendo fan for the win. That's your channel. Say hi, Jimmy.
Hey, what's up?
And we have TV Sonic Gaming.
Hello.
He is our pending member to the Gurus. He is a very active channel. You should check him out. Also, quickly, we have Belrog, who
hey guys.
He's one of the biggest YouTubers in this chat right now with a very respectable number of subscribers and views. And he's going to be thank you for being here. You're also a pending member, and we just hope that we can talk to you more. Before we get started on our topic, which is GameStop selling retro games, they made an announcement that they're looking into it. But first, Jordan, also Grave Kid, had an announcement. So go ahead.
All right, guys. This is on another scale here. The completionist, the guy that was on our second podcast, he happens to be running for King of the Web. So if you guys could, I'm going to put a description that link in the description below. If you guys could, let's support the completionist and try and get him his King of the Web title.
Yes, the completionist was in our past episode. We'll definitely have an annotation for you to check out the previous episode with him. I don't remember what the topic was. I think it was actually, gaming staying, whether the gaming, I don't even know what it was. It was about gaming. That's really about it. So our topic is GameStop selling retro games, and we want to get everyone's opinion one by one. And since Bolrog might be leaving us in between this, sadly,
Sorry.
yeah. So it's all right. So Bolrog, what do you think about GameStop selling retro games?
Personally, I think it's wonderful. Like, I remember a couple years ago, they used to sell a lot of that stuff back in stores, like NES games and all that, and they were really cheap. I remember I was able to get Super Mario Bros. On the NES for about 29 cents, I believe. So I think that it would be a great thing as long as they kept the prices around the same and they would be reasonable, like actually competing with online. Because, it would be terrible if they actually overpriced things versus getting them online, because that would defeat the purpose of having the games in stores.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we know GameStop is so fair on price. We know.
Oh yeah,
$5 a use.
Especially when trading in. I'm so happy I got 29 cents for this game that costs $50.
Yeah, right. Now Jimmy, you go ahead. Tell us your opinion.
I think it's great that we'll be able to, get the retro games right there, get to look at the condition and everything. But it has a good and bad effect. What about the more mom and pop type game stores that have always sold those games, and now their main competition is selling something that kind of gives them their purpose for being there?
Yeah, that is a sad thing. At least in the New York area, I know of Play and Trade. One closed down near me. The next closest one is either the city or out in the island towards Montauk, which is kind of sucky. TV Sonic Gaming, you had something to say before about this?
Like you said, Play and Trade could possibly close down to this GameStop going retro thing.
Exactly.
And, with these small mom and pop stores, like Jimmy said, as well. And I think that's all my opinions ever since you guys already brought them up. So
yeah, anyone else have to add anything? Grave Kid?
You guys have missed something that I was thinking of the whole time. GameStop doesn't currently have any older games to sell, so they would need to buy all these games, and when they buy them, they're gonna overcharge for them.
They've said that they've had them in
They said that they have them inside like a factory or like a warehouse or something like that.
A warehouse full of just stuff that online. They still sell Game Boy Advance games online, so that's I guess probably the oldest they have besides GameCube.
Yeah,
but the problem is, I don't think they might have enough, so they're probably going to have to rely on people trading these in, and that's really bad, especially because you will get, absolutely no trading credit for a lot of these games.
Yeah. Nah, I am afraid about price because
too.
I know GameStop has been trying this out with their PowerPoints awards, and it's a complete ripoff to get like. No, don't quote me on this, but to get PowerPoints reward, you have to buy new games and you have to spend at least $100 to get like 1,200 points. So,
Mhm.
No, you can
It's
get used
10 points
games.
for yeah.
Okay, so what was it? I'm sorry.
It's 10
10
points on
points
the
every-
dollar.
10 points on
For
the
new.
dollar. Okay.
Used, it's 20 points for
20
dollar.
points. See, that's I don't like that idea. So I think GameStop really, if they're smart, they will sell these games at reasonable prices. I think for like a PS1 game, say you buy Tomb Raider 2, I'd pay $15 for that. I think that would be a reasonable price for a disc-based game. You know, like a Final Fantasy 7, maybe 25. You know, it's 3 discs, or or the other Final Fantasy. I assume that they're probably going to be selling their retro games around $35, knowing GameStop's pricing. So I'm really concerned about it, except because Play and Trade hasn't been doing well, because retro gaming is a tough market to get into when you do a retail store.
It is.
It really
is. It really,
Mhm.
really is. I haven't even been there in like a couple months, so I seriously need to
Yeah.
go back and see if they're still open. Hopefully.
The one near me turned into we buy gold place or whatever. It really, really sucks. Now, since we covered like what we like and don't like it, what games would you get? Say like GameStop tomorrow had a huge wall of retro games. What would you pick up instantly?
Like,
Earthbound.
would
Final
they
Fantasy
have-
7
would they
for
have
sure.
everything?
Like, say they had anything you can possibly imagine. Imagine it's just anything you want. Bullrog, since you might be leaving us, what games would you pick up? Your top 5 retro games.
Oh, top 5? Oh, that's a hard one. Choosing retro games is like choosing my own kids.
Right. Well, how about
You
games
have
you?
kids.
How about
I know. No, I don't have kids.
how about retro games you don't own?
I'd probably pick up, oh man, this is really hard. There's so many to choose from. I'd probably get Wave Race 64. I'd probably get some rare games, Donkey Kong Country. Pilot Wings for SNES, definitely.
That sounds good. That's good.
Yeah.
How about you, Jimmy?
I definitely get Earthbound, Banjo-Tooie, Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2, and probably maybe Mega Man X2.
Now,
It's pretty good.
how about you, Grant?
I would walk out of the store and go to the time capsule to buy some good games.
The time capsule. Is that a store? I'm not familiar
Yeah,
with it.
it's a local store. There's only 2 of them. One's
okay.
really close to me, and the other is in a different
Yeah.
state.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were literally gonna go back in time and buy them.
yeah.
No.
That would be hysterical. Now, who did I not ask? I'm sorry.
Me.
Great Kid. Yes, tell me what games you would pick.
Okay, so in my opinion, I have to, like you said, anything, right? So
Anything.
probably I'd go for probably, let's say, the first 3 Resident Evils on PS1. Firstly, to take up 3 spots right there. Probably get the cartridge of Majora's Mask.
Gold card?
Star
or-
Fox 64. Oh yeah, gold card, yeah.
I have the gold
And
card.
Star Fox 64, the original Super Smash Brothers. I don't know, what else could I think of? Probably Final Fantasy 7 Black Label.
That's hard.
Probably
That's pretty hard
Puzzle
to
and
get.
Disu. Puzzle and Disu.
that doesn't even exist here. But Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, probably Final Fantasy 9. I'd probably pick up a Final Fantasy 10, probably for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's just part of my list that I'd have.
Right. TV Sonic. Did you give us a list?
No.
Give us a list.
Super Mario World, Mario 3, Battletoads.
Battletoads.
I love beat 'em
Exactly.
ups.
I
For once GameStop will actually have it.
Yeah, I always I love beat 'em ups too. I was playing Scott Pilgrim the other night and I was having a blast. Just
Yes.
that is a really great throwback to older beat 'em ups.
Yeah, 2 other games. I would Mario 2. I'll think of something later, but
All right. Personally, I would pick up. Well, I have 2 copies of every Colony Wars, so I just want to pitch Colony Wars. It's one of the best space shooter games that were ever made. The soundtrack was like orchestra, and it's really before its time. And sadly, it's not on the PSN. But I would probably pick up Final Fantasy VII Black Label because I have a Black Label, missing 2 discs. I have a green label, so that's fine. The jewel case is pretty much mint, so I'm happy with that. I don't want to list what I have though. Damn. I'd probably pick up all the Tomb Raiders, Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3, and I'd probably pick up
Lara Croft's rack.
Lara Croft's rack. I don't even know what to say to that, Grant.
Dude, he's got this.
He's got it. I don't even know what I'd pick up. I would pick up on the MSX Metal Gear 1, the original. That's what I would pick up because I recently met Hideo Kojima and got my Black Label MGS1 copy signed by him and Yoji Shinkawa.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. Shameless pitch right here. I did an event for my show Out and About, and I did an episode on that, and it was so much fun. And I have a review of the T-shirts and my copy signed. So if anyone's interested, you can check that out. So I don't know what else could we talk about retro gaming. You know.
Wait, I think I got it.
What do you got? He's got this. You got this.
Super
Dude,
Mario
he's got
Kart.
this.
Oh, it was his game he wanted. I thought it was another topic.
You like Super Mario Kart? That is
Yeah,
a
I
shot.
still need that. I don't have
Have
a
you
lot of
played
Super
it before?
Nintendo games.
But
No.
have you played- Oh, okay, that's why you want to get it.
You know, another. You guys are picking a lot of cartridge-based games, which is really interesting because, like, I read recently that disc games, like the PlayStation 1, they oxidize within 15 years. So it's like even collecting disc games, they're not going to last. You know, the PS1 games, which was really sad for me. That's why I kind of stopped buying them. I bought Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger. I have my original Resident Evils, Final Fantasies. I got I got 7, 8, 9. It really sucks, you know. Like, I really got to get into cartridge based. Like, what do you
So that
guys?
means
What
all
game?
the launch titles are fucked.
They're pretty much gone, yeah. But luckily, with the PSN and the Wii Virtual, people can pick up these games right now.
Same
And-
with save batteries,
Yeah.
like in Pokemon.
Yeah,
Prime example.
there is. I've seen people where they had to open it up and put a new battery in.
I did
I
that with
actually had to
Gold.
do that. It was a pain in the butt. I had to do it for my Pokemon Gold version,
Yeah.
and you literally have to like unscrew it, pry it open, pry out the battery, and by getting out the battery, you immediately like lose your save file.
Oh.
Put a new one in, Gorilla Glue it on, and pretty much
Lose
after
your
that,
save
you have
file
to
would
make
take-
sure that they don't like unclamp because then it'll lose your save file also. So somehow I
Yeah.
got it to work right.
Nice.
Wait,
nice.
so you
Yeah.
lose your save file when you take out the battery?
Yep.
Yeah, because each save
Yeah.
file is connected
Yeah,
to
the second the clamps go off of the battery, it's immediately gone.
There,
Yeah, that
there,
happens.
there is a tricky way to do it and not lose your save file, probably with some tin foil and stuff. But it's pretty much like the Hurt Locker. It's kind of like if you miss it,
Sounds
gone.
extremely complicated.
It is.
Yeah, it really is.
You'll just
Yeah.
have to
Fuck,
weld
I
it back on like
can't
it was
batteries up.
originally.
On my Pokemon Sapphire, because I don't want to lose that save file.
I don't think Ruby and Sapphire, the battery affects save files. It affects time-based events like the lottery and evolving Eevee.
Yeah, for Sapphire, it's okay. I think the main problem was like in the Gold and Silver, like the Gold and Silver and like before those in the cartridges. Correct me if I'm wrong, but because the clock was like internally going, they literally run out of battery. I think in about 8 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what happened with mine, because I got Sapphire 9 years ago, and the battery ran out last year.
Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah. It's
stinks.
literally like it's pretty much set in stone because it takes about a certain amount of battery to keep going, like keep the clock inside going.
Right.
It's interesting.
I have
Oh.
2 copies of Sapphire with dead batteries. I'll try on my shitty cartridge.
Oh, I have a thing we can talk about. Modern games, like let's say Xbox 360, Wii, and PS3. What games do you think will hold up to the test of time that 15 years down the road, we'll look back and say those games are underrated or what those games might have been overrated?
Most likely PS3 because they're Blu-ray.
Which direction do you think they're overrated, underrated? What do you think?
I'll I'm not
But
sure.
I think he
In
meant
my
the
opinion,
quality
yeah.
of the game, not like if it was still gonna physically.
No, we're not talking about the physical stay. I'm talking about
Oh,
what games do you think will like really be good? Because honestly, I've been buying some games lately which I missed out on because games are $60 these days. I can't afford all of them. I picked up Singularity, which is a great first-person shooter with a great story. It reminds me a lot of Resistance and Half-Life and stuff like that, and it's truly fantastic. And what games do you think are going to be underrated? Do you have any games in your collection now that you think are truly underrated?
3D Game Heroes.
that game is really fun.
Yeah, that's a real
the
PlayStation. Yeah, it's for PS3.
It's basically a tribute to Zelda.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. You can even like create your own character with like 3D
Yeah.
blocks, which looks
Yeah.
actually really complicated. Because I have
It is.
I
I
have a-
tried it. I just used preset characters and changed their colors.
yeah,
That's what I do.
I have a problem when it comes to like with Minecraft, like thinking in 3 dimensions, like building them.
Yeah.
Like I'll get a perfect profile and I'll look at it from another direction. I'm like, wow, that looks like crap.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have to go in a sec, but I'll give you mine before I go.
Yeah,
It's Little
please.
King Story for the Wii.
Little
Have you guys
King
played
Story?
that?
To get
I've
that.
never heard of that. Oh yes, I have. Little King Story. That is an
Yeah.
underrated game that a lot of underground gamers have been talking about. Like
Yeah.
Pete Dorr, I think bought that. He did an episode on it.
He
Oh,
buys
it's
that
an incredible
every game.
game. They're actually they're making a sequel on the Vita. I think that's coming out soon. It's called New Little King Story.
Yeah,
So-
I'm hoping that they'll port over the original because I know that usually happens when something goes to another system. So let's hope Little King Story comes to the PSN because I don't see it really being a problem.
yeah,
Right.
definitely.
I would-
All right, I'm sorry, I have to go now. It was
It's
nice
sad-
talking to you guys.
It was nice talking to you, Borag. We'll check out his channel. He has a great channel. He has a great following. Definitely check his channel out. Whoever's listening to our podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm
All right,
listening.
bye
Be
guys.
seeing
See ya,
you.
See you
Borog.
later.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning
See you
in
later.
and stuff.
No problem.
All right. So he's a nice guy. He's a nice fellow.
He's awesome.
He is. I'm looking
is.
at Little King Story. I'm thinking about picking it up because I want a Wii U, and I
You
think
can play Wii games.
and I can play Wii games. So I'm really thinking it because it's only about $20. And
I suggest, well, I think it's going to be pretty fun years from now. Kirby's Epic Yarn.
really, that game looked really fun, and I honestly
It
did
is.
not pick it up.
That game's a bit too easy for me.
Is
It
it
is easy, but it's more, it's one of those that's like, it's more about just having fun rather than the challenge and seeing how you can, instead of the challenge, it's more manipulating the world. Like you can
I
use
see what you're
Kirby's
talking
whip.
about.
You can basically tear down a building by grabbing onto one of the threads and just pulling it.
So that game seems very easygoing, where you just relax. I like
It
games like
is.
that.
It's really
Um,
relaxing.
There's not too many PlayStation disc-based games like that. If you go on the PSN, I've been going through a lot of, because I'm a PlayStation Plus member, I get a lot of the little games that no one buys, and they are fantastic. Like all the Pixel Junk games. If you play Flower, Journey, all those. I think those games are underrated. I think the PSN is underrated. The store. I think it's truly underrated. Anything on there really is really a gem. Especially what is it called? Sideways New York. It's where you turn into a graffiti character on the wall, and you have to save the princess or the Guido princess or something. And you're going
Yeah.
through the boroughs, and you're cling to the wall, and other graffiti will attack you. And the game is so fun and original. I really love it.
I have to try that out.
It's a great.
Sounds really
I
weird.
see it
but
every
sounds
day.
like
No,
fun.
yeah, go on YouTube, go check it out. It is definitely a fun game to pick up. I don't think it's more than $10, so it's definitely worth it. I think that game's truly underrated. If you like platformers and you like Nintendo, you're gonna like that game. So if you have a PlayStation, you want something like Nintendo, get that.
I think
Jordan,
definitely
you should get it.
Um,
The Portal series.
yeah. Cartridge versus disc topic.
An underrated game that I can think of.
Underrated. Yeah, let's finish that
Yeah.
topic.
I'll go after Grant.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. Duke Nukem Forever.
Okay, when that first came out, it was crap. I meant, but I heard they patched it since, and you can hold all your weapons and everything like in the old games. So
I don't have that patch.
I don't
have
know.
the 2-weapon thing.
I'm gonna definitely look it up to check it out later. If
Sure.
if anyone wants to correct us in the comments, please do, because I did pick up the game and I'm gonna do a let's play of it, because honestly, the game is so ridiculous, and you know, for $6, you can't really lose with that. For $60, yeah, that game was crap.
For $20, if you get the special edition,
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I didn't even bother getting the special edition. I bought it used. I was just, you know.
I bought mine
I have a
used,
statue of
$6.
Duke
I
Nukem.
didn't really enjoy it very much. I'll probably just
Yeah.
try to give it another go.
Yeah. Grave Kid, you didn't give us your underrated game.
All right. Well, this one you guys probably aren't really going to believe, but in my opinion, the GameCube remake of the very first Resident Evil is apparently very very much hated around the world. To be honest, just because of one thing and one thing only. Apparently, they think that the voice acting in that new game is not as good as the original game. But in my opinion, the remake is better than the original.
Well, that's hard to say because the original translation from Japanese to English was not. I don't want to say bad, but it's just so unique that it was laughable. The original Resident Evil. I haven't played the remake on the GameCube, but I hear the remakes on the GameCube are the best versions you can get, and they're really hard to get now. Like if you're going to be paying like $60 per game for them, or at least, right? If you can correct me.
Yeah, my Resident Evil 2 was $30 by itself. And then luckily enough I found the rest of my games at a hawk shop or a pawn shop, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And just I was lucky enough I got 0, 4, and 1 for like $10
Wow,
each.
that is
So-
amazing because some poor gamer out there that couldn't pay his rent, that poor guy had to get rid of those magical games.
I know, right? Because they're
Any of you
so
played
good,
Fortnite?
honestly.
So your what do you call it? Your underrated game is really an underrated version. You're saying.
Yes, if you want to put it that way. If you want to put it that way, yeah, in a way, yes.
Yeah.
Because people say that the voice acting is worse in the GameCube game, but I don't understand. I think it sounds better.
That's kind of crappy. Before we change topics, Silent Hill HD Collection, we had problems with voice actors not coming back because Capcom did not want to pay them, but they got the voice actors back for Silent Hill 2, but not 3. And I hear the port was pretty crappy, so I think the best version of those games are definitely to get on the PS2, which I have Resident Evil 2. I have Resident Evil 1 on my PSN. I have to get not Resident Evil. I'm sorry, Silent Hill. I have to get Silent Hill 3. I think I have 4 the Room, which I heard was very bad. But anyway, Grave Kid, you had a topic you wanted to bring up? I think will be our last topic for this podcast.
All right. Well, actually, yeah. It's just we kind of talked about it earlier. Let's go disc versus cartridge, and why do you think they're better? And I guess do you want me to just start?
Yeah,
or...
go ahead, start. I think we kind of covered this, but go. I want to hear what you have to say.
All right. Well, in my opinion, I mean, there's nothing wrong with discs. I know they had to change. I know that they hold more. It's just I always thought cartridges are more durable. In my opinion, they're more reliable. Look at the newest systems like the 3DS and the Vita. They've gone back to cartridges. Like the DS has always had cartridges.
Even the Vita.
But the Vita has no discs. Noticed.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't.
the PSP had the UMDs,
Yeah.
and they didn't go over well.
No, yeah.
So if you look at the new systems like the Vita and the 3DS and the DS, like in my opinion, cartridges would probably be the way to go now,
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure we can make them bigger than any disc. In my opinion.
I don't know the technology behind that. I'm gonna say no to that. Your opinion, but it's fine that you have it. But can you really call PS Vita games cartridges? They're more.
They're
They're more just you load it
They're
up.
cartridges.
They're mini cartridges. I'm looking at one right now, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection.
It's like an SD card.
It's like
I count
it's
that
SD
as a
card.
cartridge.
Yeah, so it counts as a cartridge. I
It's a
guess,
cartridge.
Yeah,
Just like the 3DS games are cartridges.
which
As long as it's flash memory, it's
yeah.
a cartridge.
it kind of reminds me though with cartridges that it's harder to produce those. It takes longer to get them out than discs, and
They have less load times, if
That-
any.
that too I've noticed that.
Not even the durability. I saw a video. I think it was by Rinri Game. She tested the how long.
How strong an NES
yeah, how
game
strong
could
an
be.
NES game is. She dropped
saw
it
that
from
also.
30 feet in the air, I think, and it still played.
And
Exactly.
Let me guess, the UMD. What do you call it?
For the PSP.
Was the PSP. She did that and it probably shattered, right?
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked how they did disc cartridges. That's what the UMD was. Ultimately failed. I personally did not collect UMDs, so when I came over to the Vita and the PSP Go, yeah, I got one. I really did not have a problem because I love my iPhone. I love having 5,000, not 5,000, like thousands of songs on it, and I only have one device in my pocket. I really don't like carrying around cartridges and everything and like that because of portability, and that's why I really did not have a problem. But I do see a lot of PSP users that I talk to at like GameStop or Best Buy or wherever I bump into them. I don't go to GameStop anymore. But
one thing I don't like, it's not cartridge versus maybe discs. It's more retail versus digital.
yes,
I prefer retail copies just because in 5 years' time, what if my Wii crashed? What if I don't know about the other systems like Microsoft
And
PS3. I don't know if
stack
it's like
digital games.
yeah, I don't know if
well,
there's cloud storage that you could just transfer. But what if my hard drive failed on my Xbox and I lost everything? Or I don't even know if that.
yeah,
can happen.
that happened. That happened to me with my PS3. Not so much the hard drive, but the system got yellow light of death, so I had to return it. And there's no way to back up the hard drive once the system is gone, because if you put the hard drive back in another PS3, it says you have to reformat it to that system because of serial codes and stuff like that. Really does suck. But Sony has a cloud service now. I know Xbox is getting one. Are they?
Yes,
think
they
they
are
have
getting
one
a
already.
cloud service.
They're getting a cloud. Steam has been doing it for years. I love cloud-based service for game saves, but I know at PlayStation, I know at the way you have a download list linked to your ID name, and you can re-download everything. Yes, it's a pain in the ass to go back and re-download 24 games in one sitting when you get your new system back. But ultimately, I don't think we really have a problem with that. But cloud services really should become more standard for saves, because I really hate losing my saves.
Yeah.
I agree.
But then again, it's like if you get all the trophies, do you really need that save anymore? Like, can we talk about that?
Well, it depends on if it has replay value. For example, if they make say they're making the HD remix of Final Fantasy X, right? They're gonna put trophies in that, of course, right?
Yes.
And with my copy of my Final Fantasy X on the PS2, it's just retarded of what I've done in that game, and it would really suck to lose it all. And also, you put so much work in it. It's like JRPGs are the worst for it. Just you put so much work into your characters, into your level ups, into your items, into your stuff like that, and yeah, you're gonna keep that save file. Like, I agree with you though. Once you've achieved a game that there's no replay value for, yeah, go ahead and delete it. It's just taking up space. But for games like Final Fantasy or anything that takes a lot of time,
Yes.
you should never delete the saves.
Yeah, I did not think of JRPGs. I'm thinking back to when I played Fallout, and I lost a game save on that, and I was pretty depressed and bummed for a couple days because I put like 200 hours in that game. And I haven't played New Vegas yet. I own it. I'm definitely going to get into that soon. Just YouTube, oh my God, working for YouTube is just such a full-time job. And I feel like I can't talk to anyone anymore because all I think about is YouTube. It's like I can't have another conversation. But that's another topic we can talk about. Anyone else?
Full-time job with the sweatshops pay.
Yeah, not even a sweatshop's pay because honestly, yeah, because I get like 2 cents a day depending on my views. So I'm living Jesus. I have all of this equipment around me, and I hope it pays off because I put a lot of money into YouTube, and I hope you guys. Yeah, I got this. I definitely got this.
Can I get my thoughts on the cartridge and the cloud thing?
Go right for it, dude.
I think cartridges are better than discs just because on how strong they are.
Yeah.
And disc, you have to like put it inside of a case and everything and like have it protected. And with the cloud service, save data, I understand, but with like digital games, I rather have like the case and everything.
Yes. That Sony's doing that with cross-buy. Like let's say I buy PlayStation All-Stars on the PS3, I get a digital copy from my Vita. I love the idea, but at the same time, I hate the idea because my Vita, I have a 32 gig card. I was an idiot. I paid $100 for it. And right now I have 14 gigs left on it because I put all my classics on it, that I can, all my saves. And it's like, I want the card. So it's like, I might as well sell the digital copy once I get it. And that probably a lot of people are going to do the same. I might even give it...
Yeah, I'd rather, like, have the actual thing in my hand instead of just having a digital one.
Yeah, like, when it comes to hard drive space, it really should be just for save files. And with the PS3, because of load times with the Blu-ray, you really need your hard drive space. I have, like, 1 gig left on my hard drive. I really need to buy a new one. Gaming,
Well,
just...
Two final words for this topic.
Yeah, go ahead.
One, what if you hate the game? Like, for example, New Super Mario Bros. 2, it's available on the eShop and retail. And
I'm sorry, what game was that?
New Super Mario Bros. 2.
Oh, okay. I thought that was good.
Yeah, it is good. But what if you buy it and you don't like it? You can't return it if you have the digital copy.
Yes, I really think Nintendo, Xbox and Sony really should have a return policy or some sort of policy where if I play a game, I'm done with it, I beat it, I don't want it anymore. Let's say I can trade in 3 downloadable games and get store credit for them on the store. Maybe not full credit. They could do full credit, but I understand they're a business and they don't want to lose money. So I would take half the money back. Say I played Battlefield 1942 on the PS3, downloadable. I don't play it anymore. So why not trade that in for half what I paid for? And basically, I just buy something on the PSN. Basically, they don't lose any money. They kind of do, but I get a game. They're not giving me cash, so I think digitals, they really should invest in looking into return. I don't know. What games would you guys want to return digitally if you could?
I don't really buy digital that much.
Right.
I was just using
Me
New Super
neither.
Mario Bros. As an example. I think it's a fun game, but I'm just using that as an example. I just letting people know that I'm not like, stupid Nintendo.
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm not.
Honestly, I think we're gonna. If anyone has any topics left, we'll end this topic, this podcast.
Well, I just have
I
one
got
last
one
to
thing
say.
for
Oh.
digital. So
Digital, Grave Kid, go right ahead.
yeah, okay. Well, like you said, yeah, they should have a return policy, and I completely 100% agree with that. To be honest, like I have, like a couple of games on my old PS3. Like I bought Call of Duty Classic, and I've got like Wipeout HD and stuff. Like I would gladly return those to get some credit. And like, I don't know why there isn't such a thing yet. I thought you think they would think of that, especially with like GameStop having trade and save and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's just my opinion. I think they should 100% have that.
Yeah, if any company does do it, I'm gonna say Steam would probably be the first to do it.
Yeah, they're
I
usually...
think they already did it in the UK.
Really, they're beta testing in the UK.
Yeah, I think that's what
GameStop's
they
doing
did.
that.
GameStop's doing digital returns too. That is something I would definitely jump on board with because there's some games I don't play, but I don't want to delete them because then it's like, wow, I feel like I wasted money and I'm just not getting anything back. It's like throwing out a disc copy. It's like or a cartridge. Like if I had Donkey Kong, it's like, oh, I don't want to play this anymore. Say I don't like just whatever game, and I'm just like, oh, I don't want this anymore. It's might as well just throw it in the trash. Like I just wasted my money. It's like you can't even just keep it on your shelf to look good because it's digital. Like. And your digital shelf of a hard drive, you can't really show it off, Like,
That's why I like the physical copies instead of the digital stuff.
Yeah.
One thing I also, this is my last thing about this, and I'm using New Super Mario Bros. As an example just because it's the most recent thing I've seen. I've seen it for other titles too, but I don't remember off the top of my head. One thing is, when I buy retail, if it's the same price as the downloadable, like New Super Mario Bros. is $40 retail and $40 in the eShop, which is a lot for a digital title. And I know it is a full game, and it's like people are probably going to say it's worth the $40, not digitally because they're not having to pay the middleman, they're not having to pay for packaging costs. It should at least be maybe $10 less.
Yeah, $30 seems reasonable for a digital copy.
I'd say $20.
Yeah, companies been having problems with that lately. Like, there was a whole petition on the PSN. I'm talking about the PSN
more for your money with retail.
Yeah, I'm mentioning PlayStation because it is one of my main systems that I'm playing right now, and I really don't own any others at the moment, which I'm working on because I have to get money. So don't judge me, viewers.
Get a
but
Wii before an Xbox 360.
yeah, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna. No, I'm getting the Wii U, and I'm probably gonna buy a bunch of Wii controllers before the Wii U comes out.
Uh.
What I was saying was, the PSN, the Persona, it was like $40, and you can go on Amazon right now and buy the Persona UMD for like $24 or even less. And there was a whole petition, and Persona actually, the company, I forget, I don't know what company does it. They actually lowered the price on the PSN. They listened to their fans and lowered it. And I think a lot of companies should do that. They're being a little greedy when it comes to it, because like, just if I want to buy a digital copy, there's no middleman, like you guys said, and
Yeah.
there's nothing really else to say about that, But then again, it's like, why tempt people to get digital if we all want the physical hardware to last in the gaming industry? If we don't
Exactly.
want to, why support digital then? Like, if it is cheaper, I know people want the best price, but you got to make a sacrifice somewhere,
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Gotcha.
Grant, you have something to say?
Like you said earlier, how you would sell the digital copy of PlayStation All-Stars.
Yeah.
Don't go to GameStop because you're not going to get that.
Yeah, you're not.
They're going to throw it away like they did with Deus Ex.
Yeah, just it really stinks. I've heard horror stories about GameStop throwing out like DLC vouchers in the boxes and
Actually,
stuff.
they would probably just sell it separately.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we can go in a whole nother discussion about DLC, but I think we're gonna end it here. I want to thank everybody for watching who are and supporting us. We might have a small following, but we are gonna keep going strong because we all YouTubers and we all want to stick together. Gamers United, really. That's like a slogan for us. And I'm Sable Rage from Killjoy Videos. You can find all of us in the description below. I'm gonna go roll call and say goodbye to everyone. Grant.
Hello, people. I mean, goodbye, people.
Yeah, goodbye, people. We're not starting again.
Wrong part of the video.
TV Sonic.
Okay, I guess I will see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm on.
Yeah, you guys can pitch yourselves if you want. Go ahead. Grave Kid.
All right, guys. Well, I've only got one video up right now, but I'm going into college, so it's a little bit of a thing to get some videos done. But anyway, I do have one video up. It's my Final Fantasy Tactics Let's Play, which I will be finishing. And my last thing is make sure you guys support the Completionist. It'll be at www.kingoftheweb.com, I think it is. kingoftheweb.com/users/the completionist. It'll be in the description below.
Yeah, definitely want to help with the Completionist. So I'll have an annotation till the last episode where he was a guest star on it. We were very lucky to have him. And hopefully we'll get other big YouTube names. If anyone, Kira the Hedgehog's one of ours. She's very popular. We want to say goodbye to Jimmy.
Thank you, and I'll probably try to be on even more of these podcasts.
Yeah, Jimmy likes to buy apples, and he just
I do.
disappears.
Yeah.
There's an inside joke between us where Jimmy said, "Hey, I gotta
Inside
go
of
out."
who?
The G.Gurus, we have an inside joke where Jimmy said, "Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta run down to the deli and buy some apples," and he disappeared for about 6 weeks. So he's back now.
The line was out the door.
It was ridiculous. Day one apples, man.
Dude, he's got this.
That Yoshi.
He's got this.
He's got this. Don't even worry. He's got this.
So I want to thank you all. We are the G.Gurus. That's Geek Gurus or Gamer Gurus. It's whatever you want. It's either. I don't really care.
The Grant Gurus.
We're not the Grant Gurus. We're not. This is not a cult. So I want to thank you all for watching. We're going to be doing another podcast ASAP as long as we have people coming. Leave us feedback and ask us questions. Ask us what topics you want to hear because we're gonna run out of ideas. And I said Gamers United before. I'm using that as a term. We are not affiliated with Gamers United through Simon. So make sure you don't mistake that. I'm just saying for us that we're gamers. So just remember that. So we are the G.Gurus, and say goodbye, everybody.
Stay
Bye-bye.
snazzy.
Adios.
Grave Kid out.
Bye.